Building a bikini body isn't as complicated as you think it is, and most people make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. If you look at social media, getting a bikini physique looks like absolute torture. You're told you need to lift weights 6 days a week. You need to starve yourself on 1,200 calories and do hours of fasted cardio on the Stairmaster and spend hundreds of dollars on fat burners and detox teas. Honestly, it's exhausting just watching it. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Most of what you see online is a complete illusion. It is designed to make you feel anxious so that you buy a quick fix solution that doesn't actually work and you keep buying it. The truth is, getting a lean, toned bikini physique is actually a lot more simple than you've been led to believe. But why should you listen to me? My name is Tabby Knight. I've helped overachieve 1,500 life-changing results since 2019. I've also achieved multiple pro cards and overall bikini wins for my clients. And for myself personally, I've taken away many national and international bikini titles. So today, I am going to give you the brutally honest truth about what it actually takes to build a bikini physique and why you are probably making it 10 times harder than it needs to be. Let's start with truth number 1. You need more muscle than you think. I call it the tone delusion. To get that toned bikini look, you actually need to build a significant amount of muscle. Okay? A lot of women come to me and say, I don't want to get too bulky. I just want to look toned. But to be completely clear, toned is simply the visual presence of muscle tissue when body fat is low enough to see it. If you do not build muscle first when you lose weight, you won't look toned. You'll just look like a smaller version and softer version of your current self. And you're not going to build that muscle that's required by doing high rep banded kickbacks. You build it through heavy, basic, progressive resistance training. You need to focus on movements that obviously target the glutes, target the hamstrings, the shoulders, and the back. So what I like to do is I think of exercises like hip thrust, your squatting movements on like the Smith machine, hack squat, pendulum squats, RDLs and overhead presses. And no, lifting heavy weights will not make you bulky. Women do not by design have the baseline testosterone levels to accidentally wake up looking like a bodybuilder. Building muscle is actually incredibly difficult. People act like it's something that's super easy and you wake up looking like Superman. It requires consistency and intense effort, but it is the single most important thing you can do to permanently boost your metabolism and shape your physique. So let's get into truth number 2 then. Truth number 2, where people are going wrong. You need to diet moderately, not aggressively. The second truth is about nutrition, and this is where almost everyone ruins their progress. Why? When people decide that they want to get in shape for the summer, for example, and get into, bikini shape, they immediately slash their calories down to literally like 1,200 or less. They cut out all carbs. They stop eating out with their friends and survive on literal willpower. Seriously, please stop doing this. When you drop your calories that aggressively, your body goes into a catabolic state. It starts breaking down your muscle tissue for energy, which slows down your metabolism and leaves you looking skinny fat. I always say, think of your muscle tissue as 98 fuel, like good quality fuel, and think of your body fat as like 91 fuel, not as good quality, right? Your body doesn't have a lot of calories going in, okay? So it can't utilize food as energy. So it has 2 options, body fat or muscle. You think it's going to go for the body fat if it's got the better option to go for the muscle tissue when it's the better quality fuel source? Of course not. Obviously, it's going to go for the better fuel. So it's going to break down the muscle tissue, okay? So this is why you end up looking skinny fat when you drop your calories so much when you don't have the muscle, truth number 1, underneath it. Doing this also triggers massive cravings, leading to an inevitable weekend binge that undoes all the hard work. So to get a sustainable bikini physique, you need a moderate caloric deficit. I usually say around 300 calories, 500 calories maybe below your maintenance. This allows you to lose fat steadily while keeping your energy high enough, obviously, to train hard and protect your muscle. However, you may need to slowly drop your calories over a period of time. I would not start your caloric deficit at a 500 calorie drop from your maintenance. I'll start at about 150 to 200 and slowly drop it as needed when your weight hits a plateau. Don't just drop it for the sake of it, okay? But the priority here is also to keep your protein high. This is non-negotiable, okay? You should be aiming for at least 1.6 grams to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Protein has the highest thermic effect of food, meaning your body burns calories just by digesting it. You literally burn calories when you eat protein. And it is the only macro that will keep you full and prevent muscle loss when you're dieting. So that brings us to truth number 3. You need consistency. An easy one. Not too easy though. Not perfection. The final brutally honest truth is that consistency beats perfection every single time. It does. The fitness industry has convinced you that if you can't be 100% perfect, you might as well not try. You have one bad meal on Wednesday, feel like a failure, and decide to start again on Monday. But the clients who actually succeed, the ones who completely transform their bodies, their lives, and keep the weight off for years and do stay in that bikini shape, they're not perfect. Trust me, I know. I work with thousands of them. If your fitness plan is so extreme that you can only stick to it for 6 weeks, or worse, 4 weeks, it's a bad plan. The best plan is the one that you can stick to for the next 2 years. So to wrap this all up, getting a bikini physique doesn't require suffering. You need to build more muscle than you think you do. You need to diet more moderately than you currently are. And you need to be far more patient than you think you do. If you stop looking for the quick fix and you start focusing on the foundation, you will not only get the body you want, but you will build a lifestyle that actually supports it forever. Stop just getting in shape and out of shape every few months. So if you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button. I want to make fitness content feel easier and lighter and more educational and enjoyable for you. I want this to feel simple. I want to cut through the toxic noise online, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is the biggest struggle that you feel like you're facing to get into shape? I read and reply to obviously every single one of them as well. And if you're ready to stop guessing and want a personalized, habit-first approach to transforming your body, click the link in the description below to book in a strategy call with me. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.